Y'all,
you're wrong. You might pay everything, but most these men don't. Based on the average income of what men are making, two income household is needed. So no, well, maybe because I'm taking it from my dad paying everything, my dad being that man. Most these men are not like my dad.
But also, your mom is submissive to your dad, so he's in a position to pay for everything without even thinking about it. But most men won't be willing to pay for everything. If a woman is working, if she's not submissive, she never cooks, she never cleans. It's like, if we are both working, how can I pay for everything? That doesn't make sense.
Based on the statistics going on today.
Y'all got a misunderstanding of I don't know your dad in particular, but in general, y'all got a misunderstanding of who your grandfathers and your fathers was. Y'all fathers was fuck ups. They was not great.
Yeah.
Listen, they didn't have the same pressures, they didn't exist in the social media era. They did not spend as much money. And I think that the ability to survive was much easier based off of how much you made. It's just the truth. Wages haven't increased as much as the cost of living. And so the ability to support a whole family of 4 or 2 or 1 or 3 or whatever is much more difficult. And I think that because y'all falsely compare us to y'all punk ass fathers, we don't get the credit that we deserve. We better than them. We way better than them. We better than them punk ass cokeheads. Y'all daddies was cokeheads.
And your granddad had y'all staying in a shotgun shack. You can't tell me, granted, this nigga had one job not to get caught up. He had to take a piece of paper out of his pocket. He couldn't even spare granted them tears. That's all he had to do was take the number out of his pocket.
Y'all daddies was weak as fuck. They was some bitch ass.
There were deadbeats in every generation. It's just that the deadbeats in our generation are more amplified due to social media. It's like
it was more of them.
Yeah,
listen, these motherfuckers have families all over town.
social media.
Yeah, you get.
So I keep in my mouth shut. That's not what it is.
Oh yeah.
They was listen. Y'all got to realize they was making 100,000 in the 90s. Do you know what 100,000 in 1992 was like?
Mm-hmm.
It's about 600,000 now.
Wait, so Anton, if they were doing that back then, right? Does that mean that if some men from back then was doing it, why aren't the men of today not doing it?
Because
I think in my perspective, in my opinion, men back in the day had multiple baby mamas, and the woman would know, or maybe not even know about it. So men back in the day had multiple baby mamas, multiple kids from different areas. But I think it changed now. Now women have multiple baby daddies in multiple areas. So back in the day, men did all the cheating, most of the cheating, had more kids. But now women have more kids than men do, with a small percentage of men, in my opinion.
Because we got kicked out of the house.
Is it harder or they're more lazy?
No, man.
No,
it's not more lazy. Sometimes men don't feel there's no incentive for some men to want to do it in the first place, given the type of modern women that are here today.
That's facts. That's what I said. Like, any man would be willing to steal, if it comes to it, to provide for a woman who shows that she is caring, she's not a user, she respects him, she puts effort. Any man would be willing to do anything for a woman like that. But men these days are like, okay, you want to work, you don't want to cook, you don't want to clean, we are equal, so why would I pay 100% of the bills if you're working too? And it's like, we're just a partnership, really. It's like you're doing your thing, I'm doing my own thing. The only thing we do really is be intimate, have sex, go on dates together, and that's it. So why would I pay 100% of that? Plus, you can disrespect me whenever you want, and you don't want me to say anything about it. So most men, she's right. It's like, why should I go above and beyond? There is no incentive.
That's what I think that a man will be willing to do more for a woman that he feels like he can get as much value from. And that's not necessarily using her like for her body or objectifying her, but if he feels like he can get a package deal out of this one woman, then of course he's going to cater and do more to her. But for some men, because I know a lot of single men and they don't want to do anything for a woman, not because they don't necessarily have it, but because they don't feel like that woman is good enough to be receiving his resources.
Yeah, like all y'all are good enough for a one-room shack, but you're not good enough for a 3-bedroom apartment. Like you hold your horses. So, but so granted, was compared with a one-room shack because that was the shit that day. But what the equivalent of that is today is a 3-bedroom apartment, and y'all not worth that.
That's facts. Like back in the day, dad and mom would live in a single room for years and build together. These days, you as a man, if you're a bachelor, you rent your own single room, you will be lucky to have a woman willing to live in that same room with you. They would rather pay their $1,000 a month rent, you pay your $1,000 rent, rather than thinking, you know what, if we live together and we both pay $500 and we use this $500 to actually invest in the future and plan for our kids, they would rather you stay by their side and she stays on her own so she can feel independent, rather than you guys coming together to, save for the future. It is what it is, man.